Okay, let's see if we can take a demonstration in tomato transplanting here. And in case you don't know what that means, it's when you either upsize your tomatoes to some degree, like this. Only if you had one stem, you would plant that one tomato in a pot outside or whatever, but since we've got 3 small ones, we're going to upplant this tomato. Now, what we do, we've got 1, 2, hopefully you can see this. We've got 1 plant, 2 plant, 3 plants, 4 plants in this one pod. Now, I bought these from Walmart, but they're heirloom, and hopefully they hadn't had a lot of chemical on them. According to the Bonnie plant rep, they haven't. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to peel away all of this dirt that I can from this tomato without disturbing it too terribly bad. And as you can see, it's breaking away fairly well. Unfortunately, you can't see real well what I'm doing. I need somebody here helping. But after you get a reasonable amount of potting soil away from it, take these, and I've got a bucket of water here. Doesn't matter what kind of bucket, you can see the water there. Now I'm going to take these and I'm going to, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing or not, but I'm going to try to stir these around in the pot to give you an idea. I'm going to put the phone back because I can't really do it like it needs to be done, but as you can see, we're getting the dirt washed away from all the roots. This is a little tomato 101, I guess you might say, in how to stretch your dollar. Okay, now, as you can clearly see, we've got 4 plants there. We're going to take each one and carefully separate it. Now, of course, this was your lead plant. It's got a real good set root in it. Now, the secret to a tomato, if you look at a tomato, you can see all these little hairy little hairs sticking out, and you got little tiny nodules on here. A tomato is the only plant that this whole main stem it can root from. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this tomato plant here, we're going to mix up the potting soil that came in that one, and we're going to make a hole as deep as we can in this pot, and we're going to plant this plant as deep as we can, and we're going to come back and we're going to add a little more potting mix to it, because we want to get the dirt as tall as we can. When you go to Walmart and places, I think these were 6 plants. They're beefsteak heirloom tomato plants. When you go to Walmart and places, if you look closely through the plants, this works better at the first of the season than later on. because a lot of people are starting to learn this, and of course some of you'll learn it now. You'll catch more plants on sale. Now, we've got this one out of the way. This one's fairly small. This one's a little larger. I think we're going to go ahead and put this one in a bigger pot. I'm going to just get some of this out of here. Okay, we're going to take this plant, same thing with it. I just got all that out of there so that we could get this back in there. Well, I'm robbing more out of there than I should be. Ha! Tell you what, I honestly goofed on this. In case you don't know it, a tomato plant does not like to be watered from the top. I always try to water it around the bottom of the plant, because getting water on the leaves on a tomato plant is one of the #1 causes of fungus. So I'm going to take this one, bad as I hate to do that, but I've got to get this cleaned up. And that is rainwater versus water that come out of the tap, outdoor faucet or whatever. So it doesn't have any impurities to speak of other than what it catches coming down through the air. And we're trying to go all organic with our planting. So that's another reason we're using rainwater and using a water catchment system. It's not the best in the world, but I'm going to water this one up. And it'll drain on out in a minute there. So that's 2 tomato plants we got there. Let me get this other one. I done got it messed up too now. But we got it back nice and clean. We're going to find I think we can use this pot right here, but I'm not going to use that soil. I'm going to reach over here and get some organic potting mix. And amend that up. That was in there. That was not real good potting soil that was in that one, to be honest with you. That was some that was left over. once again, we've got a tomato, and we're planting it as deep as we can. I don't know if you can see in there or not, but it'll go deep. And the advantage in this is that tomato, well, let's pull that, we're gonna pull that leaf off. That tomato will have a much stronger root system and will produce a lot more tomatoes once it starts producing. So I'm gonna get this in here. Go ahead and get this one watered down. And that's what we've got. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, and I'll continue another day and show you some more pointers on your tomatoes. Of course, I'm running bad late with my stuff. That's one reason I went ahead and bought a few tomatoes, so I could get a head start on some of it. I've got about 50 beefsteak tomatoes in the works, and about 30 to 40 bell peppers, and I don't know how many Tabasco peppers, the whole gamut of things. But I'm gonna let you go. I hope you learned a little bit from this video. Y'all have a great day. Bye.